Hey, it's Dorian here, and I am the owner and founder of the Limitless Lifestyle Academy. And welcome to our YouTube channel today. I have a question for you. Have you ever said, I don't understand why I'm not losing weight. I eat so well, I eat healthy. And I hear this all the time. And I say, okay, well, how's that working for you? It's not, right? And it's not just because of the way you're eating, right? You could be eating really healthy, but all the stuff around you're eating healthy is not working to support what you're doing nutritionally. Or you might think you're eating healthy, but you're not. Let me give you an example. Had a client who's doing great, man. She was just doing awesome, following all her recipes. She was losing weight. She was just rocking it. And then all of a sudden, 1 month, she didn't really lose any weight. And I'm like, I thought, oh, this is not good. This is going to totally demotivate her. But we had to talk about it. But we looked at her other stats, and her fat composition, body composition had gone down. So we talked about why did that happen? And I'm eating well. Well, this particular client follows all the rules, and she was tracking her food every week. So when I went back and I looked at what she had been doing over the past 3 weeks, her sodium levels were out the roof, crazy. And why were her sodium levels? She started adding in healthy processed foods. Healthy chicken breasts, chicken tenders from, those big healthy food stores, right? Yeah, they're healthy. The macros looked great, right? The carbs, the fats, loaded with sodium. And they have other things in them as well that, you don't even know how they're going to affect your body. So she thought she was eating healthy, but some of those choices that she was making in her planning weren't serving her. So we made some changes. So that's just an example. The other thing, you could be eating healthy, but maybe you're not eating enough. If you're not eating enough, your brain's number one job in life is to make sure you survive. So when you're not eating enough, and we've talked about this before, you go way, 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 way back to our ancestors, right? The cave people. And their brains were like, they would go through famines or times, long periods of time where they didn't have food or they had very little food. So our brains evolved. Their brain would say, oh, we're starving. Hold on to every bit of fat you have, right? And what will actually happen is your body will start to eat away at your muscle because it needs that protein. Same thing happens to us in modern day. If you're not eating enough, your brain goes back, tens of thousands of years and says, we're starving, hold on to all fat. So that's another thing. You may not be eating enough protein to support, we call it muscle protein synthesis. So after you exercise and your muscles are really sore, in that reparation process builds muscle. So if you're not eating enough protein, you're not taking in enough protein to feed your body that protein to build that muscle back up, you are now not fostering healthy body composition, because the more muscle you have, the higher metabolism is, and the more weight you're going to lose. So you might be eating well. The other thing, and I have another video on this here, and check it out because it's a really good one, about stress. You can be eating as great as you want. You can even be exercising perfectly. If you're a stressed out mess, I'm telling you, you're not going to be losing weight. Your energy is going to be zapped away from you, and you're going to feel negative about life. Okay? The other thing that can impair or impede a good diet, healthy eating, is your mindset. If your mindset isn't right, it's going to be really, really difficult, okay? Because when you don't have the right mindset, it cascades down into stress and it affects everything else. So having a good mindset and a sense of purpose is really important as well. So what you want to do, you want to look at your diet, okay? And the biggest thing, we practice habit-based lifestyle nutrition, and it's all based on balance. You want to make sure that your macronutrients are balanced. That's your protein, fat, and carbohydrates. You can have 1,200 calories of all carbs. You could have 1,200 calories of balanced out between carbs, proteins, and fat. The latter is where you're going to have the success, okay? Because you're feeding your body a balance of everything that it needs, okay? So that's your nutrition unto itself. And then everything around your nutrition, you want to make sure that you're exercising in a balanced way that helps harmonize with your hormones. You want to make sure that you're managing your stress. You want to check in with your attitude. And of course, one of the most important things is surround yourself with like-minded peeps. All right? So have a great day, and don't ever forget that you are limitless.